Hello and what's good, everybody? My name is Tamir Moore, and I would like to welcome you to the latest episode here on my YouTube channel. Also, please follow me on social media as I post there a lot. You can find the links to my Instagram and Twitter accounts on this intro slide. And now on to today's scheduled video. For the final time, welcome to Fox's coverage of Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum. Tonight, at the start of Week 15 of the 2021 NFL season, and we have a terrific AFC West rivalry for you. As the 9-4 Kansas City Chiefs are in town to play the 8-5 Los Angeles Chargers for a battle for first place in the AFC West. Hi, everybody. Welcome to SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood, California. I'm Tamir Moore, and welcome to the final Thursday Night Football telecast here on Fox, NFL Network, and Amazon Prime Video. I'll have some parting words about our Thursday night coverage and what it's meant to me personally for the last 4 years later on in the show. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to tonight's game preview between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Like I said, the Chiefs come to Los Angeles to play the Chargers tonight to kick off Week 15 on Thursday Night Football. What's at stake here? Well, first place in the AFC West. A Charger victory will give them their first regular season sweep, of Kansas City since 2013. The Chiefs have won 6 straight. The Chargers have won 2 straight. Kansas City comes in with a record of 9-4. They started the season 3-4. Kansas City, they had a rough start to this season, but they are red hot right now. Winners of 6 in a row, 9-4, and coming to this Week 15 game, leaders in the AFC West. And right now, the Chiefs are third in the AFC playoff picture and first in the AFC West. And you look at the AFC standings right now, we have 3 good teams at the top, with New England being the number 1, Tennessee being the number 2, and Kansas City being the number 3. Remember, Tennessee had the tiebreaker over Kansas City based on Tennessee's Week 7 victory at home versus the Chiefs, which until this point was the last time that Kansas City lost a game. But Kansas City, they're playing really well, and we all knew that Kansas City was going to find their footing, so this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. And there are no playoff scenarios as far as clinching for both of these two teams. As far as eliminations, nope, doesn't look like it either. You look at Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, he's having a fantastic year. 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 94.9 rating, and 7.3 yards per attempt. You look at Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs coming off a 48-9 crushing against the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes put up impressive numbers in that game. 258 yards, 10.8 yards per attempt, and a quarterback rating of 139.2. And you look at Patrick Mahomes this season, the Chiefs quarterback has had a 100 rating in just 2 of the last 9 games. So it shows that Mahomes and the Chiefs are starting to find their groove at the right time. And you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers against the Chargers back in Week 3 when these two teams played the first time in Kansas City. Mahomes threw 3 touchdown passes, also threw 2 interceptions, had a quarterback rating of 81.6 and a yards per attempt of just under 6, 5.9. And we should mention, give me a second here. Sorry about that. We should mention this is the second time that these two teams have played this season. Week 3 was in Kansas City. The Chiefs lost that one 30-24. That was a high-scoring game. Get used to seeing Patrick Mahomes versus Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert. This is going to be a great rivalry in this AFC West for many years to come. Wide receiver Tyreek Hill for the Chiefs. You look at his numbers. 7 receptions per game, around 7. 79.2 yards per game and 8 touchdowns on the year. Tight end Travis Kelce is one of the best in the NFL, along with George Kittle, the 49er, and now Mark Andrews of the Ravens. What a year that he's having. And we have the Ravens hosting the Packers on Sunday. Travis Kelce, he's averaging about 5.5 receptions per game. He has 5 touchdowns and 67.3 yards per game. So obviously you look at Patrick Mahomes and you look at his targets. 2 targets that he looks out for number 15. There's number 10, Tyreek Hill, and number 87, number 87, I believe. Travis Kelce's number is 87, right? Let me check here. Give me a second. Yes, 87, right. So Mahomes' favorite targets are 10, Tyreek Hill, and 87, Travis Kelce. You look at the offensive line last week and get the Raiders 3 sacks allowed and 4 quarterback hits. So the offensive line with 2 rookies has given Patrick Mahomes plenty of time. And last week they did allow some sacks, but Mahomes was mainly clean thanks to good offensive line play. The Chiefs' offensive line this season has allowed 24 sacks, with the tie for 7th in the league. You look at Kansas City defense, they have had, I believe, 3 or more takeaways in 3 straight games. And quite frankly, that's why Kansas City is winning some of these games, because this offense sometimes, is a little inconsistent. But the one thing that has always been there, has always been the bread and butter of Kansas City, coached by Steve Spagnuolo, is their defense. Ty Matthew, Mike Hughes, Frank Clark, Chris Jones, and those boys. The Chiefs, one of the things they love to do is take the football away. That means you give Patrick Mahomes and this offense another chance to operate. And the fact that they're taking the ball away like this shows that this Chiefs defense is rounding into form, and the Chiefs defense is really winning them games. So it shows that when their offense sits on the sideline, the defense can play just as well. And you like to play complementary football. The Chiefs do a good job of that. You look at Kansas City Patrick with 10 sacks over the last 3 games. So the sacks are starting to pile up, which is good because that means you're getting to the opposing team quarterback with a free 4-man rush. You look at Chiefs quarterback Rashad Fenton this year in his numbers. He's allowed 2/3 completion, 67.6 around 2/3. So he is limiting quarterbacks as far as passing to 2 of every 3. 5 pass deflections at a rating of 80, which is pretty good. And you look at Kansas City's rush defense this season, 4.6 yards per carry, which is 27, and 109.7 2020 number for Kansas City rush defense. And you look at Chiefs running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, week 14 against Las Vegas, 10 carries. He had 2 touchdowns. He had a big day. And Kansas City is looking to become the first AFC team this year to win 10 games. Meanwhile, the Chargers come in with a record of 8-5. The Chargers started the season so well. Started the season 4-1, but the Chargers have been a little shaky since that 4-1 start. They have played 500 football in their last 8 games. 4-4, albeit they win 2 straight coming into this. But the Chargers have been shaky and a little unstable. But last week, a huge win here, 37-21 against the Giants. And we'll see the Chargers carry their recent momentum into tonight's game. A win for the Chargers will give them their first straight. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, second-year quarterback out of Oregon, has 6 come from behind victories in short career. So Justin Herbert, he's the gunslinger. Justin Herbert loves when the game gets tight because that's when Herbert plays at his best. Because Justin Herbert always loves the challenge of, 2 minutes left, it's the 4th quarter, we're trailing by 7. It's up to you to pretty much concoct the game-winning drive, and Herbert had the skills to do that. The Chargers are the number 5 seed right now in the AFC, a game up on 6th place Indianapolis and 7th place Buffalo, and obviously the Chargers are second in the AFC West. You look at the Chargers pass defense so far this season, 88.5 rating, which is 11th, and 6.9 yards per attempt, which is tied for 9th. So you look at the Chargers pass defense, they're in the top half of the league. So there's no question that it is hard to pass against this Charger defense. You get people like Michael Davis and Derwin James, who missed basically all of last year. So great to see him back in there, a strong safety. There's no question that this Chargers defense is legit, and their pass defense numbers show that if you try to throw one over the top, they're going to bring a safety down. If you throw to the number, you throw to the hash mark, they're a safety cornerback ready to pick it off. You look at Chargers quarterback Michael Davis, who I just aforementioned, along with Derwin James. So far this season, he has an interception, allowed less than 60% completion, in a rating of 87.2. So Michael Davis has had a solid year. You look at the pass rush, 29 sacks for the LA Chargers, is tied for 18th, and quarterback hit around middle of the pack in that category. Outside linebacker Joey Bosa, who has a brother Nick, who plays with the 49ers. 5.5 sacks for Joey this year. 1 and 5 of his last 6. So Joey Bosa is starting to come on for the Chargers. Quarterback Justin Herbert in the Chargers 30-24 victory back in week 3 had 4 touchdowns. Justin Herbert really put his name on the map with that impressive performance at Arrowhead. And you look at Justin Herbert, what he did last week against the Giants. He had 3 touchdown passes, and he threw for 275 yards and finished with a rating of 133.1. And look at the Chargers offense. 15 turnovers, which is tied for 8th. Chargers, that's something they can clean up. Wide receiver Keenan Allen so far this year, around 7 receptions per game, 4 touchdowns, and 77.4 yards per game. The other big deep ball home run threat, Mike Williams, he's averaging around 4.7 yards per game this season and 70.4 yards per game. Wide receiver Jalen Guyton had a touchdown reception last week against the Giants, 3 receptions on 3 targets, and 87 yards. Chargers running back Austin Eckler, 12 carries, 67 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, and a touchdown. And look at the rush defense for the Chargers, 4.7 yards per carry, tied for 28th, and 140.7 yards per game. So, there's a preview of the game itself. Now, let's hear from the players. I have some quotes here, as you can see, from both the Chiefs and Chargers. And I want to thank the media relations and public relations folks for both of these 2 teams. As you can see, I was able to get some quotes from the players so we can have some context of how these players feel about the upcoming matchup. Let's start with the road team, the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a quote from them coming from Tuesday, December 14th. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was asked, how do you feel as you are prepared for the Thursday night game as you are a Sunday night game? Mahomes responded like this. He said, quote, I feel like you're prepared. You just have to do a lot more this Monday and Tuesday. I had a long day yesterday, and I had a long day today as well. I try to do whatever I can to get everything in that I can get in on a normal week, just knowing it's going to be a kind of a long Monday and Tuesday where you can take Wednesday to kind of recover and get your body right for the game. Another question Mahomes was asked was this: how much changed with the Chargers defensively since the week 3 matchup? Mahomes said, quote, yeah, I mean, obviously they do some different stuff. They had a good game plan defense, I guess you will say, in a sense. Each team, you can see that they have a flavor for. They have an understanding of what they're trying to do. For us, I'm sure they'll try to do some of the stuff they did the first game against us, but they'll have to change it up for us that we have to adjust to in-game, end quote, and end quote for the first quote. Okay, I didn't mention that. So, Patrick Mahomes was asked a legitimate question. This is a short week, obviously. You only get 3 days to prepare for a Thursday game as opposed to 6 days getting ready for a Sunday game. So, obviously, you think about it in that sense, and you're wondering to yourself, how do these teams get ready? Patrick Mahomes showed you that. Mahomes said it. You have to prepare. You have to front load a lot of stuff early in the week, right? You have to do more of your route running, more practicing, get more to playbook, ran at practice during the early part of the week, Monday, Tuesday. And then Patrick said you can use your Wednesday as your recovery day to get ready for the game. So let's see what else the Chiefs have to say heading into this week. Oh, here's another one from Chiefs safety and Super Bowl champion Tyrann Mathieu. A question Tyrann was asked, what challenges do you see heading into Thursday's game? And Tyrann Mathieu said, quote, it's a big challenge. Talk about one of the best quarterbacks in the league, referring to Justin Herbert. Got a lot of skill with playmakers on the field. This is a big challenge for us. I think this game is probably the most important game we played up until this point. So it's going to take all of us to get this game won and done, end quote. Tyrann Mathieu, I have great respect for Ty Mathieu, one of the best safeties in the NFL, and he said it. Justin Herbert is coming into his own now in his second year, and Justin Herbert has plenty of weapons. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jalen Guyton has emerged. So I think Tyrann Mathieu is giving Justin Herbert his flowers, and rightfully so. All right, let's flip it over to the Chargers side. What you're going to hear from now is a quote from Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert on preparing for tonight's game. Herbert said, quote, it's always a quick turnaround for those Thursday night games. but we emphasized recovery this past week, and especially after the game. Everyone was doing the ice tubs, relaxing, and making sure their bodies are right for this week because it is a grind. The guys did a great job with recovery this week, end quote. So again, kind of similar to what Patrick Mahomes was saying. You have to front load stuff early in the week. Justin Herbert is saying that it's a quick turnaround as well, right? And Justin Herbert also said you have to get your body right. You have to pretty much put Sunday game behind you. And now you have to put your focus, all your energy into Thursday night's game. So it was great to hear from both quarterbacks as far as how they feel, Mahomes feel. You have to front load stuff early in the week. Justin Herbert's like, make sure you get into the tubs. Make sure you do a good job on recovery. And make sure that recovery is top of mind so you can make sure you are mentally and physically prepared for the short week from Sunday afternoon to Thursday night. So these quotes, I feel, add context. And we heard from Ty Matthew, Pat Mahomes, and Justin Herbert. Really good quotes there. And finally, before we wrap up today's show, I just want to say thank you. As you know, this is our last Thursday Night Football telecast after 4 years here on Fox Sports. It's the Thursday Night Football right will be going to Amazon starting next season. And I just want to say these last 4 years have been some of the best football memories of my life. And doing these YouTube shows have been really gratifying. I appreciate all of you tuning in over the years. And I wish Amazon the best of luck. And Fox Sports has been such a great, terrific home along with our friends over at the NFL Network with the collaboration with them. Thursday Night Football will be great hands moving forward. And Fox, we sincerely say, thanks for the memories. And thank you for watching tonight's preview of the Chiefs Chargers game on Thursday Night Football. So from here on out, we are going to be doing Sunday afternoon shows, with the exception being Christmas Day. We will preview the game between Cleveland and Green Bay. So that's it for now. I'm Tamir Moore saying thanks so much for watching and good night from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And then please join us Sunday afternoon as we get you set for the game between the Packers and Ravens from Baltimore. Hello everyone, I'm Tamir Moore and thank you so much for watching today's video. You can find my social media and YouTube information over here. And don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest content from my YouTube channel. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching, and take care.